Welcome. We're here at Healesville Sanctuary today.
And I'm here with Jenny and Mark, and we're going to be walking through this sanctuary. Just a little bit about the sanctuary. First of all, have you ever wondered why so many Australian animals are nocturnal? Most Australian animals, mammals, as well as insects, small reptiles and frogs are potential meals for something to eat. So it's to their advantage to function under the cover of darkness, when many predatory birds and reptiles are asleep. But where there is potential food, there are potential predators. Come along with us as we explore Healesville Sanctuary and see what the animals we can find, and hopefully they'll be awake and not asleep. Woohoo! Dr. Colin MacKenzie set up the Institute of Anatomical Research in 1920 on 78 acres of land, formerly Aboriginal land, called Corranderk. The reserve passed to Healesville Council in 1927 and then to the Victorian Zoological Parks and Gardens Board in 1978. Healesville Sanctuary is a zoo specialising in native Australian animals and has a history of breeding native Australian animals. The zoo is set in a natural bushland where paths wind through different habitat areas.
So members get to go in this queue. Joe, you're that queue. See ya.
Platymelons are bold little macropods. Their compact bodies and short tails are perfect for manoeuvring through dense vegetation of the rainforest they inhabit. They are nocturnal, coming out from cover of thick vegetation at night. Now only found in Tasmania, they have been extinct on mainland Australia since the early 1900s. The white ibis is a wadding bird of the ibis family. It has been given the nickname of bin chicken for its scrounging of human scraps. Emus are flightless and nomadic birds. They are endemic to Australia and is the second largest living bird. Emus are not nocturnal, they are diurnal, meaning they are active during the day. Now we're going to make our way to everyone's favourite, the koala. Koalas are the most iconic native animals, instantly recognised as a symbol of Australia. Perched high on gum trees and live entirely on eucalyptus leaves, which are tough to digest. They can sleep up to 20 hours a day, most actively at night. Sadly, their woodlands continue to be cleared for agricultural and urban development, making them vulnerable to be killed by cars or dogs. Climate change is expected to further shrink the suitable habitat available.
Hey guys, we're now off to kangaroo country. Come with us while we go and see Skippy.
The red kangaroo is the largest of all the kangaroos, the largest terrestrial mammal native to Australia and the largest marsupial. As they get older, they tend to lose their red colour and fade to a grey. The red kangaroo ranges throughout Western and Central Australia. It ranges from scrubland, grassland and desert habitats. Red kangaroos are mostly nocturnal, resting in the shade during the day, however sometimes known to move about during the day. Their population is stable. We've come to the spot where you're going to meet those adorable furry friends, little wallabies. Redneck wallabies, these ones are. Redneck wallabies, also known as Bennett's wallaby, are more common in the fertile and temperate parts of eastern Australia and Tasmania. They are mainly nocturnal. Bush-tailed rock wallabies are more active at night time. They range from southeast Queensland to the Grampians in Victoria. Their population status is near threatened as their population is decreasing. Echidnas are resilient. For 120 million years, they have survived. Echidnas are primarily nocturnal but can be seen during the day in cooler climates. So we have a Diprotodon, 2,700 kilos. What do we know about Diprotodon?
Well, Diprotodons used to roam Australia, and compared to other animals, they had quite a low reproduction rate. And so when humans came along and we hunted them, the rate at which we killed them was much quicker than they could reproduce. So they went extinct rather quickly when humans came along.
Around 60,000 years ago. But this is an actual size of what one would have been. I'd like to be sitting on that one and going for a ride. Nankeen kestrel is one of the smallest falcons. This bird of prey does not rely on speed to catch its prey. It perches itself in an exposed position or can be seen hovering over crops and grasslands. The barking owl is a nocturnal bird and have characteristics of a barking dog.
Sulphur-crested cockatoos have done a great job adapting to living alongside people. They're a common sight around the Australian landscape. They're also quite a long-lived bird. They can actually live to be older than us, over 100 years old. Now, it might not surprise you to hear that they're also one of the loudest parrots in the entire parrot family. She's just looking directly up. I'm just trying to see what she's spotted in the sky. But she's having a really good look, which is fine. You can head off. They'll actually create and protect a nesting hollow for up to 10 months of the year.
Electus parrots can be distinguished by their colours. Females are purple and green and the males green, making them one of the most sexually dysmorphic parrot species.
And they have developed a completely different strategy for the biggest eggs of all that in Australia are laid by the emu, and they look like this. Now this is not a real one, it's 3D printed, but it gives you an idea of the size, the shape, the colour. It's way too big for a buzzard to pick up. She also can't crack through the shell by herself. So if she sees an emu egg, she knows she has to look for something in the wild to help her. So watch what she does. She's found a rock, she brings that over, and she drops that rock on the egg, and that may take several attempts to get through that shell. But they're pretty determined. She closes her eyelids at that moment of impact. Well done, she's done it. Good job, girl. Well done.
I've got my lunch. I got my coffee. I got a drink. I'm happy as a pig in mud. Not many eating areas around here. There's a couple of cafes, but the prices are a little steep. So just be aware of that. Otherwise, if you're happy to bring your own lunch. Otherwise, the cafe is here. The jungle carpet python is found in the rainforests of Queensland. They are widely available as pets. The Merchant's Water Monitor is a wide-ranging, actively foraging, opportunistic predator of aquatic and riparian habitats. This turtle is native to northern Australia. Its species is threatened by discarded fishing lines, nets and habitat loss. The lace monitor, also known as the tree goanna, is native to eastern Australia. It can reach to 2 meters in total length, that's 6.5 feet. They are protected by law and not considered endangered. Boyd's forest dragon is a species that is native to rainforest, especially in the wet tropics of Queensland. Deforestation and human activities threaten its habitat. The tree kangaroos are marsupials. They inhabit rainforests of New Guinea and far northeastern Queensland. They are considered threatened due to its hunting and habitat destruction. We were excited to see it with its baby Joey. The red-tailed black cockatoo is more common in the drier parts of Australia. The male has a characteristic pair of bright red panels on the tail that gives it its name. The regent parrot is found in southern Australia. They are a threatened species in Victoria. Budgerigars, also known as common parakeets, are one of the smallest true parrot species. Bush stone curlews are a ground-dwelling bird, where it stalks slowly at night in search of vertebrates such as insects. You look so pretty! Gangangs are gregarious but relatively quiet. They live in forest, woodland and urban areas. The male has a distinctive red head and crest. White-browed wood swallow is a medium-sized bird. It is found in a wide range of inland habitats. The sacred kingfisher, its habitats are woodlands, mangroves, forests and river valleys of Victoria. The princess parrot's name was given in honour of Princess Alexandra of Denmark. Their habitat is found in Northern Territory, South Australia and Western Australia. The laughing kookaburra is a predator of a variety of small animals. The kookaburra is found in woodland and forest areas. They are all well known for its laughing chorus. The Australian pelican is a large water bird. It is widespread on the inland and coastal waters. They are also known for hunting in big groups. They have a wingspan of approximately 2.5 meters. They are often seen near fishermen because they are attracted to the scraps of fish. The dusky moorhen is found in wetlands, including swamps, rivers, and artificial waterways. It is sometimes confused with the purple swamp hen. Bilbies are a desert-dwelling marsupial, omnivores known as bilbies or rabbit bandicoots. At the time of European settlement, there were 2 species. The lesser bilby became extinct by the 1950s. The greater bilby survives but is endangered. The common wombat, also known as the bared-nosed wombat, is the world's largest burrowing herbivorous mammal. They are powerful nocturnal marsupials. They are found throughout Southeast Australia and Tasmania. Tasmanian devil is a carnivorous marsupial. It was formerly present across mainland Australia, but became extinct 3,500 years ago. It is now confined to the island of Tasmania. They are nocturnal. Wonga pigeon inhabits areas of the east coast of Australia. It is found in dense coastal forests, rainforests and scrubs. Royal spoonbill or black-billed spoonbill occurs in intertidal flats and shallows of fresh and saltwater wetlands of Australia. They feed on crustaceans, fish and small insects. Plumed whistling ducks is mostly found in the northern and eastern tropics of Australia and also extend to New South Wales. Common emerald dove, its native habitat is the subtropical and tropical parts of the northern and eastern Australia. They are also found in the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia. White-headed pigeon is native to the east coast of Australia, from far north Queensland to southern New South Wales. Hardhead duck, also known as the white-eyed duck, is the only true diving duck found in Australia. The common name hardhead has nothing to do with the density of the bird's skull. Instead, it refers to the difficulty that was encountered by the early taxidermists in processing the head. Black swan is a large nomadic bird with erratic migration patterns dependent on climatic conditions. Glossy ibis habitats are shallow water and mud flats. It frequents swamps and lakes throughout much of Australia. Nankeen night heron is primarily nocturnal and is observed in a broad range of habitats. Blue-winged kookaburra is smaller than its cousin, the laughing kookaburra. Its distribution is far north Australia to southern Queensland. Wow, this would have to be one of the best zoos in Australia. We have so many wild animals here, Australian wild animals that is. Unfortunately, some are nocturnal, so it's very hard to always come to these places and always see them in one go. You have to come back on many occasions and see the ones that we have actually missed today. But we've managed to cover quite a bit of ground. We've managed to see quite a lot of animals, as you can see by the video. We had some great friendly staff, very informative, give you an insight to the animals' lives and habitats. Also, many of these Australian animals are endangered species. They're doing so much good things to help protect them. So that's all from myself. We've had a fabulous day and I'll finish it here and hope to see you on our next adventure. Thanks for coming along with us and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye for now.
So, guess who just became a member?
Me! And for a senior, I paid $144 and that gets me into all 3 zoos here in Victoria, which is Healesville, the Melbourne Zoo, and the Werribee Park Zoo.
And there's quite a few interstate zoos as well that it provides access to. And today,
And I got a free calendar. So it's worth becoming a member. We actually spent the whole day here, and there's so much to see, and there's so much to come back and see again.
definitely worth it.
That's all from us. See you later,
Bye.
guys. Bye.